what is up and what it do, guys? It's me, Aysia, and I'm back with another video. It's a video brought to you by your girl. I'm back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my job experience working at Crooked Fried Chicken. Okay, now it was my first job, and I already got a story time already. Like, this is gonna be dope. But yeah, y'all, let's get right into this video. So, long story, not really long story short, here's how I got the job. Okay, it was before I was going into 12th grade, and it was in the summer. And I was looking for summer jobs. I was like, what is it? Like, I had applied. And then all of a sudden, me and my mom walk in on a Sunday afternoon, going, you know, church, after church, people just go to KFC. And so we walk in there just on a plain Sunday, ordering food. And so one of my friends' aunt works there. And basically, she was like, "Didn't you apply for a job here? You look just like a girl that applied for a job here." And so I'm like, nah, that wasn't me. But then we went up to the counter, and so I was like, I mean, I have been looking for jobs, you know what I'm saying? So then, boom, chopped it up, ended up getting an interview probably around like next week, maybe 2 weeks from then. I think it was quicker than that. I did that, got my test, whatever. Orientation was long. No, I'm just saying. Like, it was cool, but I didn't expect to do computer work because I had never worked fast food before, well, as a job. And so I was like, okay. So I'm on the computer for, I think it was 3 days. I think I did it for 3 days. And so the people, when I was in orientation, I had knew one person that worked there, Bobby. He had worked there, and I was like, what the world? And then another girl that had worked there, I had always saw her in school or whatnot. So I was just like, this should be cool. And the staff was mad chill. Like, one of the managers was putting me up on game and stuff like that, talking about, hey, don't be like friendly with these people because these people don't care about you. And I was just like, man, you don't even have to worry about that. I'm already to myself anyway. I'm not worried. I'm not trying to make new friends. I'm trying to make money, okay? And so basically from there, my first time being on the floor was, of course, after I got done with orientation and stuff like that. I was like, I can get used to it. The only thing that I didn't like about that job was my uniform. Like, really. I didn't like wearing the shoes. And those who work fast food already know them big freaking black shoes that they give you that be crunching your toes on your feet. They they be hitting, you could not have no toenails and they will hit your feet. Like, I had to wear thick socks all of the time just to get over there. Like, I wore thin socks. One time I had came from school and then I had to hurry up and change, and I wore thin socks, and I was like, man, I can't even do this no more. I remember I came from home from work soaked. Like, I was so soaked because I was washing dishes. Like, oh my gosh. Basically, like, my first day, it was chill. Of course, you know, it's your first day, so you know, you're gonna get used to everything. And I was working on cooking at the time, and so I'm just like, okay, Aysia, we finna be cooking, boom, boom, boom. Like, I still remember this stuff in order, like, from there. Like, I used to tell people this is exactly how they cook this stuff. So, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like, KFC is not dirty, like, well, in my city, it's not dirty. They are very sanitized. They care very much about their inspections. So yeah, as far as like the food being like messed with, like, you don't have to worry about that. None of that. Well, in my city, I'm just saying, I can't speak for no other city, but in my city. And so that's when, after working on the floor, I was working with somebody else. And y'all, let me tell y'all about this man, okay? It was this grown man, I mean in his 30s. Mind you, I'm not even 18 yet. And he was working that day from another company that sent him because we needed help. And this was before, like, all the other, like, teenagers. Like, as far as the teenagers, it was me, my friend, me, Deja, Tamesia, our Oh, 4 of us. Yeah. And then I'm gonna just get all into that. I'm on pack line and I'm looking at everything. And the thing about me is I'm fast, but I'm slow. Like, you can show me one time, but I have to like put it to work myself, like in my brain first. And I was good when it came to pack line after I started, you know, making progress. Because like I said, I'm fast, but I'm slow. So it's like, I had to, as far as chicken, don't laugh at me, but I did not know the difference between a thigh and a breast for nothing. Like, I didn't know. Don't laugh at me. I just didn't. I just knew I used to eat it. And I say used to because I'm a pescatarian now. But I used to eat it. And I didn't know diddly. So when I would look on the order and I see it on the screen, I'm just like, okay, this is a breast, this is a thigh, this is dark meat, this is white. I didn't know the difference between dark meat and white meat. That was the main thing. But anyways, I'm on pack line and there's this dude, and so he's talking to me, we making conversation and stuff like that. And I'm like real to myself because I'm just like, okay. And so he being like real nice or whatever, but this is what he had to do. Okay, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? I need to get my water for this. This is this is what he had the audacity to do. Make sure I'm right. Okay, he had the audacity to ask me. Did he ask me for my number? Yeah, he did. And so, like, oh my God. I don't even want to describe the man. Like, he was a grown man, and he looked like, did I get Vaseline on my glasses? I really hope not. So I hope I don't look smudged, y'all. He looked like one of them dudes he really looked like one of them dudes that you be seeing off the street, drunk and stuff. Like, that's how his body was built. And he was short. And he was unsightly, okay? He wasn't ugly, but dude had one of them beards that curl, like, anywho. And so he was asking me, you know, stuff like this, stuff about school and stuff. And he asked me what college I was going to and stuff like that. Mind you, he thinking that I'm already in college because he had the nerve to ask me what my major was in. And I said, I'm in high school. And then he asked me what my birthday was, and he asked me my age. And so he said, is there any chance I can get your number? I said, no. No. He said, So I'm just like, yeah. Cause at this point, you're a weirdo. Like, what's up with dudes at the job trying to hit on these females? Like, bro. But the one thing that I could really say about them is they knew not to play with me, like, for real. Because everybody knew at that point that I wasn't the type to play with them grown men. Like, I saw other people doing all this other stuff and this, that, and third. And I used to hear a lot of stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't play like that. I never was the type to joke about liking grown men in school. So I darn sure wasn't going to do it at my job. Like, gross. Like, yeah. He attractive or whatnot, but I'm not about to say like all this is so like, oh my God, like, he's so fine and this, that, and third. Like, I couldn't do it. And so that's exactly what they knew. I remember this lady at the job, I think her name was Miss Jessica. Damien, help me out. But yeah, lady at the job, she was like, she had respect for me because I was the only female that really wasn't on that when it came to them. And she knew that, hey, I was there to do my work and that was it. Like, really. Me and her had a real conversation, and me and the lady that taught me how to cook on my first day had a real conversation. Because we was talking about everything that had happened, you know, people was quitting and stuff like that. Like, it's almost like as soon as I came, 2 other people quit. And it was like older people. They had been there for a long time and they quit. And stuff, and then a lot of other people like started quitting and people started getting fired and stuff like that. It was weird. But as far as working there, it was cool. I'm not gonna say that, you know, I miss it. I will say this, working at KFC was the easiest job I had ever had, and I could have saw myself keeping it. And I'm going to I'm in my city going to college, so I could have got a scholarship as well. But it's like, how can I put this? I miss the people that I was working with, because it's like, you could hate a job and it's just the people that are around you. I would come home. No. I would leave school and then go to work knowing who on schedule. You know who on schedule that day, and you like, yes. Like, yes. It was even sometimes wrong people that would be on schedule that I'd be like, yes. Because it's just like, you vibe with certain people. And I just saw you in school. And I never knew that feeling, because I know a lot of people in high school, they go to the same, they have the same jobs. And so they quit to be like, hey, you on schedule today? Like, you gotta work today? And it's like, yeah, I gotta work too. And it's like, you know, like, y'all there. So time passing by slow, but that time passing by fast as well. You know, when you with people that you don't want to be with, you pass by slow. But when you with people that you know, hey, time pass by fast. And so speaking of that, I knew that they were still hiring, so I brought in a friend, and he got the job. And then another girl had got the job, and from that point on, I was just like, oh yeah, we in the, like, we really in the. And so I remember, excuse my French, but literally, I remember when I told him I was putting in my 2 weeks notice, he was like, you gonna leave me there with them old bastards? Like, it was so funny, because the people there, like, as far, y'all know y'all managers, they be the old people, be arguing with the young people and this, that, and third and stuff like that. It just be all over the place. But I have to say something, that KFC crew was freaking hilarious. I had fun working there. Like, honestly, I put in my 2 weeks notice because, like I said, school was starting back, but I was working while I was in school, like the beginning of my school year. And it was not only just because I thought I had another opportunity, because I thought, you know, I really had another opportunity to go somewhere. And I know y'all probably be like, Aysia, like, you should have stayed until you got the other opportunity. Like, yeah, I know. But it was a tons of other reasons why I left as well. Like, I was getting used to it. So, I mean, I really could have stayed, because in the beginning, I'm like, this fast food is just not for me. Like, it's not for me. But I liked who I worked with. So, I was just like, I'm going to push forward, because I could see if I was working with people that I hated, and I don't hate anybody. So I could see if it was that type of thing, but it wasn't. I have different reasons why I left, and it don't gotta make sense to now one of y'all. It don't have to make sense to nobody but me and the people that I discussed it with. I felt like I was doing the right thing at the time, for real. And a part of me did want to go back, and then a part of me was just like, nah, you good where you at, like for real, you good where you at. And so, but the crazy thing was, let me tell y'all exactly how I got the job. Now, I just told y'all how I got the job, but let me explain something to y'all. I was working, right, and one day the same lady had asked a girl the same thing she asked me, like, didn't I see you come in for an application? And she was looking for a job. I was like, yo, this is a trap. Like, this is literally how they bring people in. Like, because I was looking for jobs, so I thought it was God. You know, I thought it was a sign. But, you know, I took it, and I liked working there. It was a lot of things going on. Like, I would have stayed to myself forever, because it was the only few people that I rocked with. And I was nice, and they thought I was sweet, but they was finna get ready to see the side of Aysia that they ain't never saw before if I didn't leave. Because I'm telling you, baby girl, y'all know how y'all see on TV and people be going through stuff and they be taking people's orders, and they look at the person and they be in all snick and snabby with them and stuff like that. And so in your mind, you just like, what if I just did this? That's exactly how it was. Like, I had one of them, and knowing me, I really would have did it. For real. Cause it's like, what? And I was tired as junk. You could see it on my face. I was not to be played with that night. Like, I was cranky too. I was mad. And so like, that's when people started to understand, like, oh, Aysia got a little, like, of course I got a TikTok button. I'm human. Like, what you mean? And then and it's crazy because it's a lot of rude customers. It's a lot of rude customers. But the one thing I would say is working there is you get to see people that you haven't seen in a while. Like, I remember when I was on my first week, I saw my old bro. He not even my old bro, but you know who you are. My granddaddy. He used to come in like all the time, and I would never see him. So that was a good thing. And you just see a lot of people, you know, they're like, oh, you work here, like stuff like that. You know, yeah, your mama told me that you worked there. They pulling up in the drive-thru and stuff like that. Now let me tell y'all exactly what happened while I was working at the job. So they had me work drive-thru for the first time. But I wasn't taking the orders, I was taking the money. Tell me why this lady who knows one of the managers there, she had got her food, and I just, matter of fact, no, I left the window. I let her take it because she was talking all this gibberish, jabberish. I didn't know what she was saying. Like, she wasn't speaking no other language. Like, no, like she was full blown a sister, and I just didn't know what she was saying. She knew her, and so I was like, hey girl, and I was just like, I was already like over it, because like I said, I had been working drive-thru, and I think it was getting nighttime, and I was over it. And so I left the window because I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna let y'all talk because you seem to know her, so you know, you do what you do. And so tell me why I've got a whole nother car in front of me. I remember it was this bright skinned lady. She had a great SUV. Tell me why I turned to get her drink, and I look in the window, and the lady who was friends with the manager, who had just got through talking to her, came out the car. She came out the car, walking out, literally. Mind you, I got a whole nother car in front of me. She came and stopped freaking traffic to walk out the car, walking in the little grass sidewalk, whatever you want to call it, with her bag. Like, I kid you not. I felt like I was waiting at you at the door. Like, that's exactly how she was. And I'm just like, so-and-so, your friend out the window. And that's literally what I said. I said, your friend out the window. She said, what friend? And in my head, I'm just like, the funny thing was, after the lady had got her order, the manager had looked at me and was like, I don't know what like you know, little stuff when you either don't want to see nobody or you're like, hey girl, like that fake stuff. I was like, and so she said one of her meats was wrong or whatever, and I let her handle that. I walked away from the window and started minding my business, and then I came back as soon as it was over, and I had to apologize to the lady. I was like, and she was looking at me, and so she kind of smirked because she was like, ooh, and I'm just like, lady, you just excuse me if I spit, Jesus. Lady, pray for me. And I will never forget that. Like, I used to tell people that story, and they think that jump was funny. And then I remember my friend who got biscuits thrown at her. So I'm like, I'm sorry. It's not, I didn't see it happen, but I know she came back mad. She was like, yeah, that lady just threw biscuits at me. And turns out, like, I'm pretty sure the biscuits were the cinnamon biscuits, you know. Basically, you take the biscuit, you put it in the box, you put the cinnamon, the little brown cinnamon on it, you put the white cinnamon on it. You got to do it like swirly, because if you do it all over the place, you got to throw it away and all this other stuff, because they want to neat, they want to clean, they want to polish, whatever. This is what they ordered. And so give it to them in the box, and I'm pretty sure she threw them biscuits out. So yeah, I was like, yo, are you kidding me? She was like, yeah, just throw biscuits at me. And I'm just like, wow. But you know what? And a lot of y'all be like, man, if she threw biscuits at me, but it's the professionalism with it, you know? Like, and I could have always came back. Like, he told me, like, hey, I could have always came back. There was a couple managers that had got fired that came back. One of them, the same manager had got fired for, I think, snapping on a customer or hitting the customer or whatever, and she came back, stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, working there is not a terrible place, because shoot, after I left, I was trying to put people on, hey, they hiring, Like, hey, they hiring. You might as well jump on the boat. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my experience. It was cool until I had to like get out. And the thing was, I was getting out late, you know, and oh my gosh, I gotta tell y'all the story. I don't want this video to be too long though. I got to tell y'all the story on how I ended my 2 weeks notice. But yeah, y'all, thanks y'all so much for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 because y'all, live another day, live another dollar, live life to the very fullest. Have a wonderful, marvelous new year. And we out of here. I really hope it don't look stupid, because if it looks stupid, I gotta redo that all over again.